So, hi, I'm Colleen. I am going to talk to you today about your workstation, your home workstation. At school you will have nice tables and all kinds of tools. At home you'll need to set something up because you will need to work at home this quarter. First things first, protecting your home. Your mom or your family may get annoyed at you if you grind clay into your carpet. So put down a painter's drop cloth or a plastic sheet on the floor so that any dropped clay doesn't get ground into whatever surface you've got. All right, so then you will need a work surface, a table work surface. A glass tabletop or a smooth formica thing will cause you trouble because clay is very sticky when it's wet, and whatever project you're working on will stick to the table. So you need something that is a little less smooth. So good option is a piece of board, and this can be either a piece of masonite like this, or a piece of plywood, or a wooden cutting board. All those will work. Also, another option is a plastic cutting board, as long as it has some kind of a texture to it. That's a good option. They're easy to clean as well. Another option, and one that I like to use at my home studio here, is a piece of drywall. Drywall has kind of an absorbent surface, so the clay doesn't stick to it very much until that paper surface gets wet. So you can switch them out. It's good to have more than one board. And when if you got some drywall, make sure that you seal up the edges so that bits of plaster don't get into your clay, which will cause troubles when we fire the clay because plaster doesn't fire very well. It kind of explodes. So make sure you've got some nice work surface. Also, you will need some tools. In your kit, there are tools, and you'll probably get a trimming tool, some kind of a plastic rib or wooden rib, and it'll come with a wire cutting tool. I also use at home a piece of fishing line. Either one of those can work. So if you've got, you want a set of tools at home, fishing line will work. You can just attach it to some washers or some beads so that you got some little handles on there. You will also need a sponge. You can use a sponge like this, or in your kit, might be included, I don't know what's in your kit. They sell these little ceramic sponges. You don't need a little fancy round one, just a piece of cellulose sponge will work just fine. You will also have it's called a needle tool. This is just, it's a stick with a needle on the end, and it's really helpful for lots of things. So I think that's about it for basic tools. You can add more as you go, and I think that should set you up pretty well for a workstation. Oh, one more thing you may want to get are some plastic sheets, and that will help you cover your pieces when you're not working on them so they don't dry out too much. And if you got your clay, which will also be part of your kit, it will come in a block like this. And clay is heavy. You can store clay at the studio. We have space for you to store it. If you want to split this and leave half at the studio and half at home, what you would do is you would open it up, put this plastic down, and you can just take your cutting wire or your cutting line, and you can cut it in half. These are good for cutting clay. The way you do that is just pretty self-explanatory. You can just slice pieces of clay off. So if you want to get another bag, split your clay, put half of it at home and half of it in the studio, that's probably a good idea. So good luck with your work home station, and hope you enjoy this, and that's it.